I don't know how aware of this we are, but I hope there's some awareness of it. Tonight is not just an extremely significant night for us as Catholics, but in particular for us Catholics here in Union and Fayette County. I believe for the first time in our 160-plus year history, this is the first time our two parishes are celebrating the Triduum together. I don't believe that this has ever happened before in the history of St. Gabriel or St. Bridget. And I've spent a little bit of time thinking, why? How is this possible? I think about when I first arrived, how impossible something like this would have seemed, but how is this possible? And we could first maybe answer that question by saying, well, it started long ago. It started with perhaps dwindling numbers, dwindling priest numbers, dwindling Catholic numbers. But that's not it. And then almost around the fall of 2014, our two parishes began the Connected in the Spirit process in the deanery. And there was a whole committee of people and lots of people working together to kind of bring about the linking of our two parishes. And maybe we could say it was all that work that went into that process. And while that's some of it, that's not it. Maybe it was Cardinal Tobin's decision to finally just say, you know what, you guys are linked, deal with it. But also, that doesn't capture why for the first time in our 160-year history, we're celebrating something very significant, the most significant events, our salvation, together. Maybe it's those who are kind of on the ground now, our pastoral council and other committees that have been combined. And while that is all good and needed stuff, that's not it either. Maybe we say, it's you and me. Maybe it's all of us. But also, that doesn't fully capture what brings us together for the first time in 160 years to celebrate the three holiest days of our lives. And guys, it is what Christ gave us tonight on Holy Thursday. More than all those other reasons, we are here together as two parishes for the first time because of the Eucharist. It is the great gift of our Lord's body and his blood that he gave us at the Last Supper that brings us together. And this gift of the Eucharist, it tears down walls. And I think we all know that there have been divisions in the history of our two parishes, whether it be just simple athletics or other things. But every Sunday, we at both parishes gather around an altar and we partake of our Lord's body and his blood, the very same body and blood that the other parish partakes in. That is the power of the Eucharist, to bring about communion between people. The Eucharist is the fundamental reason that we are here. It is the fundamental reason that our parishes have ever existed. It is the fundamental reason that we get to say, our Lord loves us, and he loves me right here and right now. And he loves us together right here and right now. It is that physical presence, that physical proof that he is here. And it is that proof, that love, that communion that brings us here together tonight for the first time in over 160 years, two parishes together, to walk with our Lord as he goes through his passion, his suffering, and death, which will save us, not as individuals, but as his body, his people. And the Eucharist is what makes us his people.